Can you talk about, I mean, for people who haven't seen Gaza Fights for Freedom, which I really, really recommend again, why you released it the day that you did, re-released it for free, and how much has changed on the ground since? And then I want to talk to you about how, YouTube has responded.
Absolutely. And I wanted to just tack something on what I
Of
just
course,
said
yeah.
about, the foundation of Israel. And what's really interesting to me, because this was always the plan, was to expel the indigenous population. It's not like it just became, it has become super right wing and, of course, more racist in recent history, but from the foundation of the state. I mean, it's a colonial, settler colonial state, right? And after the expulsion of the indigenous peoples, in 1954, they actually put in place something called the Prevention of Infiltration Law that laid mines in the routes of refugees trying to return and actually authorized a shoot to kill order for refugees trying to return and adhere to this UN charter of the right to return. And if you really look at, like, in a broad scope, this is what's still happening in Gaza. There's a shoot to kill order anyone who comes close to the fence. Now, Gaza Fights for Freedom, we just released for free. It was a documentary that we made in 2019. I came on Useful Idiots right after it was released to talk about it. I really appreciate you guys giving me that space to do that. And we decided it was a really historic moment right now because this could potentially be a breakthrough moment for Palestine. There are protests erupting all over the occupied territories. There are protests erupting all over the world, solidarity protests with what's going on right now. I feel like we have not seen something like this since the second intifada, and it has the potential for something huge, a dam to break, because Israel miscalculated here. They thought that they could commit this ethnic cleansing of East Jerusalem without any pushback. And that was a miscalculation on their part. And so we felt like the time is now to get this information out there, to provide crucial historical context to the situation, and also unequivocal proof of war crimes being committed, clear violations of the Geneva Convention charters, specifically of targeting protected categories, which is what Gaza